welcome back to my channel and another episode of Mommy Makeup Mondays. Today I am actually recording this on Easter, so I hope you guys are having a super awesome Easter. And it is Monday now, so let's get your week started. I hate Mondays. I don't know. I think it's because it's Monday, the weekend's done, and I have classes on Mondays and blah blah blah, so anyways, in this episode I am doing this Easter-esque brown, pink, and white look for you guys. I added some color. I've been playing around with color the past few days, so but it's like pale pink just because, you know, I'm wearing pale pink today, so nothing too cray-cray. And I am finally talking about, or giving you guys a sort of kind of confusing rambled update on me and Patrick. So for all of you that have been commenting and asking and tweeting and Instagramming me for a relationship update, and I keep freaking promising it, but then it's like I promise you guys to do the relationship update and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do this relationship update, and then shit changes and I'm like, well, what do I even say in this? Like, it's just complicated right now, guys. Okay, you have to understand. You know that relationships are complicated, especially when you're pregnant and hormonal and it's an unplanned pregnancy and everything like that. So it was just complicated, but I've gotten it done. So if you guys are interested, then keep watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, so today I wanted to do, it is actually Easter today, so I wanted to do a look, like an eye look with kind of like a pop of color to it. So that is what I'm gonna try to do today. I'm going to use this Rimmel Exaggerate Undercover eyeshadow primer. I've already done my foundation and my eyebrows and my concealer to save some time. And I've done that in, I think, 2 videos now for you guys, so I'm not gonna put that at the beginning of videos just so I can have more time to just talk or whatever. Okay, we're gonna start with NYX eye pencil in Milk, and I'm just going to apply that to the inner corner and then to like the 2/3 of my eyelid, I guess. I'm making this up as I go, just as a base. And I'm gonna smooth that out with my finger. Okay, and then I'm going to take my, I can't remember if this is Coastal Scents or BH Cosmetics, 120 color eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take this, on this first tray here, this white color. This is really super cheap palette, guys. It's like $22 or something, I think, something like that, around there online, and it has like every color under the sun, so if you guys like to play around with color with your eyeshadow, you might want to check into getting one of these. They're not like super high quality shadows, but I mean, they work, especially if you use a base, and they're fun to play with. There's so many different colors in this thing. So, a lot of you guys have been asking about like me doing a relationship update, especially, you know, now that, you know, it's getting closer to time for Italy to be here and everything. You guys have been asking for like an update on what's been going on with me and Patrick and why he's not in videos anymore, blah blah blah. So now that, you know, it's getting closer to time for Italy to get here and everything, I figured I'd go ahead, and now that I have it all like situated in my head, I'd go ahead and kind of update you guys on that. This is called Strawberry Milk. This is a NYX Jumbo Pencil too. I am going to place this kind of in like a C shape on my outer V, or no, in my crease is where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this in my crease, and then I'm going to add some shadow over top of it. And I'll probably end up blending this pink up a little bit. I'm just using this as a base so that I can use that palette. I know that this is going to stick all day. But anyway, so yeah, what is going on with that? Basically, I mean, it's pretty clear, like if you guys follow me on stuff, you know, that I haven't really posted pictures of us or anything like that. So it's pretty freaking clear that we are not together right now. And, you know, after like me getting over and getting through that fact, I know now that that is just the course that we needed to take and what it is that needed to happen for us to both regain our sanity and wrap our minds around this whole situation, because keeping it, I mean, just keeping it 100, you guys know that our Italy was not on purpose. And, okay, I'm going to take, this is in the first tray too, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to mix this fourth one over with the brighter one next to it, this fifth one over, so that one and that one. So, you know, that alone takes a toll on a relationship, obviously, and adds its complications, I guess, to everything. And it just kind of tore us apart a little bit. So after a couple months of it just being like hellacious drama and, you know, just trying to deal with each other because, you know, we have to deal with each other and, you know, take time apart all at the same time. So after a couple months of just like hellaciousness, we're at a place now where we can hang out and see each other, and we do see each other and hang out still or whatever, and everything is fine. So basically it just kind of boils down to, I know that this is a big deal for him and it's a big life change, and you know, everything's getting ready to change for both of us, and I just kind of feel like he needs some time to like go and do what he wants to do, or, you know, whatever it is that is, or talk to who he wants to talk to, or, you know, just go and be like single, or do whatever it is that he wants to do, you know, and get all of that stuff out of his system before she gets here. And I think, you know, that's what he's doing, and that's healthy, and I just kind of need to get over it and let him do what it is that he needs to do, because, you know, I've already had a kid. I know what all this is going to be like and everything, so I'm not really freaking out as much, but he is really seriously like freaking the fuck out. Like and I know that he is. He's excited for her to be here and everything, but I mean, he just knows that his whole life is going to change and everything like that. So, it just put a lot of strain in our relationship, and, so we're not together right now. Okay. In my crease, to darken it up, I'm going to add, this like brownish color. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over on the first tray. And I don't want that brush. So, you know, it just put a lot of strain in our relationship, but we still love each other very much. And, you know, like when we hang out or whatever, we do see each other. Everything, now it's gotten to the point, you know, now that we've like gotten past the like shock of everything, it's gotten to the point where when we're together, it's like nothing happened. Like we're not arguing, we're not like going through it or whatever with each other. But when we're like sorry, besides the stress, I'm going to contour, same as I always do. Besides the stress of the pregnancy and everything, you know, we're pretty much, after dealing with all that, back to normal, at least when we're together. So, you know, I just don't see us as completely broken, and I think he feels the same way. I think we both just need to do a little bit of growth on our own, however each of us chooses to do that or whatever, so that we can come back together and, you know, figure this out for our kid. And I think that that's fair. And yeah, so I guess, I mean, like, when you guys ask me this, like, on Twitter, and you ask me on Instagram, and you ask me on, you know, YouTube and stuff, and it's like, sometimes, like, I'll kind of respond to you guys, but sometimes I'll just kind of ignore it, because for the longest, it was like, for the longest, we're not at this point anymore, but for, like, when we first broke up or whatever, for, like, 2 months, it was just, like, every other day, it was, like, something else. Like, I just wouldn't talk to him for a couple of days, and then we would talk and be like, okay, you know, we're gonna figure this out, we're gonna be fine, let's, you know, try something or whatever, and then, like, the next day, or we would just argue about something stupid, but it would get blown completely out of proportion, and then the next day, we're like, okay, you know what, this is stupid, I'm not even going to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. He's pissed, I'm pissed, not talking to each other again. And then 2 days later, we're like back in love, and then the next day we hate each other. And it was just like, it was just bullshit, and we just had to be like, okay, you know what, we are not going to be together right now, and that's fine. And basically, I mean, I can update you guys on using this same Smashbox blush. I can update you guys on, like, kind of what's going on right now, but I will, how do I say this without, like, I'm, like, trying not to say too much, because I don't want to, like, I know that there's, like, people that watch my videos that aren't just, like, YouTube mommies or whatever, and, like, people that I know and he knows or whatever watch my videos, and I don't want to, like, because we know what's going on with us, and part of it is just, or we know where we're at with us and with, you know, our lives and with our family and with Italy and everything. Some of that is just not for like anybody else to know, because, you know how it is for relationships. If you let people in on too much, then all of a sudden they think that they have an opinion. And yeah, so basically I will just leave it at, this is, you know, my update of whatever's going on right now. Right now we are not together, but we are both on the same page about what we really want. We just don't know if that's what we're ready for, I guess. So after Italy gets here, and, you know, obviously we have to spend more time together and everything, and the dynamic of our relationship changes again completely, because, you know, there's something bigger than us that, you know, we're, you know, doing this all for. I will update you guys again. And Patrick's not a bad person. He is the farthest thing from a bad person. He's a great person. He's a great man. He's been there for me. He, you know, supports me, and I love him with all my heart, and he loves me too. And we just have got to figure ourselves out a little more before we can come back together and try and figure us out, if that's what we decide that we want to do, or if that's something that we, you know, yeah, that we decide that we want to do. We need to figure ourselves out a little bit more before we can, you know, jump back into, like, trying to figure out the drama dynamics and all this new, you know, development or whatever of our relationship, with us, you know, now being, like, having to be together for the rest of our lives and having a kid and everything. Because, you know, we have to figure ourselves out more before we can figure, like, our togetherness or whatever, like, our relationship out. Because if we do, you know, get back together, and even me having 2 kids, I am not interested in dating, like, a high school ass, like, oh, I love you after, like, 3 or 4 months, or, you know, like, dating just to, woo, like, after having 2 kids, you know, I can't just date to date anymore, you know. So the next person that I date, Patrick included, I'm dating that person to marry that person, not to, like, you know, like go out and party or go out on little dinner dates or whatever, anything like that. I don't have time for that, you know, with everything else that I have going on, and with me having two kids, and not only that, them being girls, I can't just be dating to date anymore, and that's just not something that I'm interested in doing. So, you know, my next relationship, him included, and he realizes that, is, you know, I'm dating someone to, or I'm trying to be with someone to eventually marry that person, and I'm not going to give anyone the title of being my boyfriend or whatever unless I see in the future that that's what we're going to be. And so yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of my update. I don't know if that even made any type of sense for you guys, but that is where we're at. And like I said, I will re-update you guys if anything changes, you know, after the baby gets here, and that is in, you know, 3 or 4 weeks, and yeah. But I do really love him, and, you know, he loves me too, and we are getting a lot better lately, like getting along and like just being back to how we were, you know, and getting through our problems or whatever when we are like physically together, hanging out or whatever. So we'll see. We will see what happens, y'all. And I'm done. You guys see that? This right here is driving me nuts, so I want it to go up a little bit more. Anyway, so that's kind of what we're working with on this beautiful Easter Sunday. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? A little bit of pink. You like my earrings? I have a haul that I recorded that these are included in, so I'll have that uploaded this week too. Aren't they pretty? So, I don't know. I didn't really give you guys like any advice or anything in this video. I don't know if this is going to help anybody, really. But I'm just gonna leave this with, you know, especially, you know, if you really care about somebody, or you have like, you know, or if you're having like baby daddy situation, kind of like mine, you know, just keep in mind what it is that's really important, and what's really important at the end of the day is your kid, and, you know, your happiness, and, love sucks. It sucks whether, you know, your relationship is there's no perfect relationship, let me just say that. Love sucks, it's hard, and, you know, there's hard times with any relationship, or any, you know, even like relationship, not boyfriend relationship, and you just have to, when it comes to like who you're going to be in a relationship with or whatever, you have to decide, you know, is this person really worth it? Is this person, you know, for one, do their good qualities, or the things that I do like about them or love about them, or that make us, you know, fit together, do they outweigh the bad things, the things that I don't like? And you need to, you know, focus on that, because I think a lot of my problem, or what I had, is that I was nitpicking at the little things that I didn't like about him, or that bothered me about him or whatever, instead of focusing on all of the great, you know, little things or big things or whatever that he did for me and still does for me, because I, you know, having his child or whatever, and he doesn't have to do any of the stuff that he does for me, but he does just because he cares and he loves me. And, you know, part of the problem is you can't focus on like nitpicking all the little things about somebody and not appreciate, like really genuinely appreciate the good things that they do, because then they're just going to feel unappreciated, and they're going to be like, shit, you don't appreciate me, why do I want to, you know, be with you or whatever. So, yeah, love sucks. You have to decide who it is that you're willing to go through all the shit that comes with, you know, loving somebody or being with somebody or whatever, because the good stuff outweighs, you know, the bad, and it's worth it to you. And also you have to keep in mind what it is that you're really willing to accept and not accept, just for your own happiness or whatever with anybody. You have to decide what it is that you personally are willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept, and don't waver on that. If there's something that you're like just absolutely not okay with, don't, you know, let them get away with it, because then they're going to think that they can get away with it, and then you're going to feel like, you know, you're not getting treated the right way. So be clear on that. And, you know, also I think that, you know, sometimes it's healthy in a relationship, or, yeah, I think it's healthy sometimes in a relationship just to spend some time apart and go do what it is that you want to do or whatever. Or, you know, seek, how do I say this? See if there's something else. I mean, shit. I don't know how to say this really. I think it's okay to like spend time away from each other, you know, whether that be like talking to other people or whatever. Sometimes if you're really, you know, going through it with somebody and, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you have a family and everything to think about, I think it's okay to spend some time away from each other, do what it is that you want to do, and sometimes, you know, going through hard times with someone that you love and getting through those hard times, I guess, only proves at the end of the day, once you guys like come back together, whatever, how much you really truly are in love with each other. And every relationship goes through hard times. Real relationships get through hard times. So with that being said, I don't know. We'll see. We will see what the future holds. I'm just really excited for Italy to get here and to meet her. And I tell Patrick all the time, I cannot wait for like to see him like hold her and all that good stuff. And I think it's just going to be so sweet because, you know, he's like a big guy and like he's going to be holding this little girl with like hair bows and stuff. But yeah, so I'm just excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you know, I just feel like this pregnancy at this point is just like dragging on, and I'm looking forward to her actually being here and being able to move on and figure out the next chapter of my life, whatever it is that that's going to be, you know, with school, with J. Marie, with this relationship, with everything, and, you know, just get it all figured out and get back in my little routine and get my hormones back balanced. Oh my freaking God. So, yes. So, we'll see. I have high hopes. We'll see. So, yeah. If you guys don't already, follow me on Instagram, and follow me on Twitter too. Once I go into labor with Italy, I'm pretty sure Twitter will be one of the only places that I'll be updating. I know I won't be updating YouTube, but I mean, you know, so if you guys want like more live updates or whatever, or if you just want to, my Twitter is like my Twitter. I don't have like a so-and-so baby Twitter or whatever, and it's everything about J. Marie or whatever. Like, it's my Twitter, and it's me unfiltered, just me saying whatever, you know, pops into my head, whatever I want to say, and sometimes it's kind of stupid or whatever. But anyways, if you guys would like, go follow me there, and subscribe if you haven't, and I hope that this cleared up some of you guys' wandering little minds. And if you have any other questions, if they're not too personal about the relationship or advice about your relationship or whatever, hit me up and I will get back to you. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Bye.
I mean, I just want to know who keeps, like, emailing me and texting me. Who keeps doing that? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? That's like my new phone case. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I am about that selfie life, honey. Like, I got the face down. I'm probably about to post a selfie now that I have this Easter makeup done. So, so yeah, I thought that that was fitting just because I'm sure people see me taking selfies all the time. J. Marie's not here, guys. She's with her dad, and I'm so bored. I have some errands to do, and I'm going to finish their room today. And I did these videos, but it's like, I'm just sitting here like, shit.